Oh my god. The ring.
As a traveling drag superstar, I go to Vietnam very often because I have my entire team over there. And I was born in Vietnam and I moved to the United States when I was 10 years old. So Vietnam is my favorite place in the entire world. And traveling to Vietnam with Steven feels like my worlds are colliding. And it made the whole experience so much more meaningful to me. Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to go to Dalat because this seems like this really mystical place in Vietnam. But growing up, I never had the chance to go. So this time, after my Asia tour, me and Bin, one of my stylists in Vietnam, who has helped me with every single outfit and shoot on All Stars 9, we decided to take a trip together. And going there, I had to take a 6-hour bus overnight. Not a very fun experience, but as soon as we got there, so stunning. We rented this house on top of the hill. The pool was heated. I was feeling like the Little Mermaid, and I felt as if the world has lifted off my shoulders. Hello everyone. Today we are in Dalat. I want to show you the view from our Airbnb. That's pretty freaking majestic. I've never been here since my childhood in Vietnam, so I decided it was finally time to go. What the hell? I just got done with my Asia tour. It's been so much fun, so a lot of relaxation is needed. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think I'm cooking it. Finally a coffee. We went to little cafes. We also went to a cat cafe, went to a dog cafe. After the Dalat trip with Ben, I went back down to Ho Chi Minh City, pick up Steven from the airport, and we are on our way to Ninh Vang Bay. Like most couple in 2022, we met on Tinder. I wouldn't say it was love at first sight, but there was definitely a spark. I remember thinking he's cute, but I don't know if he's ready for all of this. He was super charming in such an effortless way. He had this energy about him that made me feel so comfortable, which is rare because I'm usually the one that's making people feel at ease. And he definitely had no idea who I am or what I do, which is also very different for me because being a Ru girl, life can be challenging when it comes to dating. He checked all the boxes and more. If you want to take it back, he did send the message first, but I think as soon as I saw him, I was the one to take off the mask and really give him the eyes. So I say it was mutual. I remember this one night, I think the weekend after, we have just seen each other, where I had invited him to my friend's party. And afterwards, we drove the way home from OC and we talked the entire ride. We went back to my apartment and we just talked up until the sunrise. I remember thinking that this is home and I found my person. I think As a couple, over the past 3 years, we've learned how to really be together. Not just as a couple, but as two individuals growing alongside each other. You know, the honeymoon phase is real cute, but the real magic is that little everyday moments when you get to grow together, when you fall down and you pick each other back up. And those are the moments that really count. But ever since we started dating, Steven has always made me a priority. He's always been there for me no matter what. He has helped me with everything from just vacuuming the house to bringing my wigs from the car, to film all my transition. He has truly been there through thick and thin.
Vacuuming the wig hairs.
The wig hairs is, yeah, all the wig hairs in the house is pretty crazy. But yeah, everything that comes our way, we take it head on together. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is happening? I'm so gagged. What's going on? It was absolutely pure magic. If you've ever been to Vietnam or any big city, the craziness of the city is so infectious. It makes you want to go, 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 go. So coming from the city into this remote island in the middle of nowhere, it was truly the most magical place I've ever been. And personally, we got to really just slow down and be present with each other because we've been on the go for the whole year. What is happening? This is our Tiara. Wow. So this is basically the prettiest. This is like the prettiest. I was telling you, this is the prettiest place I've ever stayed at in my life. And
You're like, sorry, Kimala.
yeah, I'm gagged, gooped. So now we're gonna get acclimated by going to this beautiful pool.
It's cold.
It's cold. I truly could not believe it. How deep is this? We stay at this beautiful resort called the Six Senses of Ninh Văn Bay. Funny story, everywhere we go, Steven always say that it's our anniversary because you get free things and they treat you much more nicely. But this trip was actually during our anniversary. Everyone was so sweet. They brought us amazing flowers, champagne. They changed the name board to Plastique Tiara. They all came out and greeted us as soon as we got there, and I felt like I was in Crazy Rich Asian X White Lotus. Or it was an amazing experience. We love the staff there, and I can't wait to go back every year. Then after Ningwan Bay, we went to another resort over the pond, literally, in Cam Ranh. And again, the hospitality was above and beyond. Every time I go to Vietnam, I feel like Beyonce. The people there are just so welcoming. We made it to our second resort. This is the Ana Madeira Resort. They actually upgraded us to this giant villa. So we have a giant living room going into our outdoor pool, and you can see the ocean from here. This villa is meant for 8 people. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time to explore and use everything up, but it was very nice of them to do so. So nice. And there is the masters in here. It says, "Welcome home. Thank you. Thank you so much." Look at this bathtub. Very private with the view. Lovely mirror. Yay! It's beautiful here. Definitely different from Ninh Văn Bay, but very tropical and nice nonetheless. Yay! How cute! My grandparents raised me until I was 10 when I moved to America. So they were basically my parents. I love them to pieces and they love Steven to pieces. And every time I go back to this house, we would always reminiscent on when I was a younger child. My grandma always say that she loves me the most. In any family setting, in any occasion, she will always make a point to say that she loves me the most. You know, my family has come such a long way. From when I first told them I was gay, to when me coming out as a drag queen, to now me marrying Steven. So it has been a journey to get here, but it's been such a fun ride. I don't know, I had a thought about it, about sharing my engagement news on the pit stop. I guess Drag Race has been such a important part in my life. But yes, the pit stop came at a very, you know, it came like a few days before we were gonna film it. Remember when Naomi was over and she was like, "Oh, you're doing that episode?" And I was like, "What do you mean they haven't asked me?" So they asked me very late. However, because it was Monet, I was happy to do so. It was like talking to an old friend, you know, and we haven't seen each other for like a whole year since I was on All Stars 9. I treat it as brunch, almost. And me and Monet go way back. Oh yeah, I met Monet right when I got off of season 11 because we were touring together all around the world on the Work the World tour circa 2019. It was me, Naomi, Kim, and Monet taking on the world together. We were the cancel queens taking on the world. We literally have a group chat that says cancel queens because, you know, you're not famous if you've never been canceled before. Yeah, we were just 4 young girls doing drag across the world. It was some of the most fun I've ever had, and especially coming off of, you know, a new season and being in it with all these girls. It was like a friendship that I've never had before. So I value them so much. They have taught me so much about life, so much about drag, and we always keep up with one another. Whenever there's big news, we always lift each other up. You know, if there's something happening in our world, we always be sure to send it to one another, and we always have a giggle or a laugh. So I was excited to just catch up with my girl again. Good morning, everybody. Today is pit stop day. I'm getting ready. I'm supposed to be leaving like right now, but you know, it's 9 a.m. so whatever. Just texted me. Her Bex is not getting here until midnight. She goes after me, so I'm gonna have to pack some makeup for her. She's gonna have to be a neutrals girl today. I'm here to save the day. It's so funny because I'm doing the makeover episode, so this is gonna be a makeover for her too. God bless.
It's not your first time doing the pit stop, no?
No, but I've done it like 2 years ago. This is the return. It's gonna be fun. I look like an egg. A beautiful grade A egg. And eggs are very expensive nowadays, so I guess it's not a bad thing to say. It is currently 9:21. We are heading to the pit stop studio. I packed everything that I need. The last time I was at the pit stop, I was like fully done. And then I got in there like, okay, now we're gonna watch an episode. So I was there in drag for like 2 more hours. So this time, I'm just going to curl my hair and finish my makeup when I'm there. So it's gonna be a day. So I'm so excited to have y'all with me so y'all can see the whole process. Sometimes it's not as glam as it might seem, but hey, it's drag. Yeah, it's gonna be Kiki. I'm excited to talk to Monet too. We haven't catch up in such a long time.
My leg fell asleep. I'm gonna die.
I'm Jonathan, by the way.
Hi.
Mwah.
My life fell asleep.
Oh,
Inside
no.
the car.
Okay, there you go. Nothing serious.
Yeah, it's nothing serious. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Good morning. Down a haunted hallway of drag queens pass. Great, great. Setting up the station. We love yellow lighting. I'm excited to see how this episode turns out. I want to be known as the drag queen with no makeup. No makeup is what I go for every time I do my makeup. Well, for TV at least. I think TV versus club is so different. Because club, you can literally do whatever you want. Bitch, when you get on that camera, we have to tone down the blush, and then we gotta do, you know, all the things in order to look okay. I've been like trying to experiment with my makeup a little bit more like K-poppy. We're gonna try today. We'll see if we get there, but the thing is though, I wear a lot of makeup. People don't get it, but I wear a lot of makeup, but it's just the same colors. It's just like one color next to another, but I put on so much makeup. When we were at All Stars, I feel like I put more makeup than Roxy. My colors were just like closer to each other, you know? So instead of like putting on the same amount of like bronzer, I would put on the same amount, but like for just like face powders. So my face was more caked, but it just looks more natural because it was closer to each other. I just got a bunch of lasers in Korea. So my face is still swollen from it. And I'm like, of course, this has to be my life. I have all these brushes and I always find like the same 3 brush. I've been really obsessed with like the K-Idol. They look like little dolls. I've always wanted to give that, but like a dragified. Well, not even, but like my dream is to give that. Like I even like have like the little gloss thing that I'm gonna put on my face later just to see. I tried it yesterday when we were filming, so we'll see how that goes. It gave a little like realness to it, right? So I was like, okay, maybe this will work. Doing like different styles can totally change your entire face. They're very much like no shadow, eyeliner, blush, glowy. Time to go. I have to go now. I'll see you in a bit. Oh my gosh, we just watched the episode. It was really, really good. Now I have to get ready to do the actual filming of it. I always love like the Louis Vuitton Murakami collection. They just re-released. The newest dropped and they don't have any ready-to-wear pieces. And I found the shoes while I was in Tokyo. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do a whole outfit with this. So I actually ordered the scarves and I had my designer, Alex Gomez, aka Kazias, here in LA. He made like a little piece for me and y'all are gonna see it when I put it on. I'm so excited for it. Like the Murakami collection was always like the it girl collection, you know? And we just got it done like literally at 11. He came to my place yesterday at like 11. Just in time for today. Ooh, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. We love drag.
I literally scoured the internet for every single piece of fabric, scarves that has the Murakami print on it. Anything and everything that I could find because they were selling out all over the world. And I even bought a vintage one. This one's a little more sheer. Maybe I'll use it as like a little headband or something. And honestly, this outfit came to life because of the shoes. I saw the shoes and I was like, I had to have them. And here they are. How is that? So cute. So of course I had to make a whole outfit shoot up. I've always wanted to have a piece by a designer, but you know, as drag queens, our bodies are made a little differently than the average everyday girl. But how special is it to have a bespoke piece made by such a dear friend of mine? So I'm so happy I got to debut it today. Oh, and this was actually a bracelet given to me by my aunt. I loved it so much, but I was like, you know, I was debuting the ring, so we can't really overcrowd it with jewelry. So I decided to make it into an anklet. So if you zoom in on the feet, you'll see me wearing an anklet. Very Y2K, 2000s, and I thought it went with the theme.
Oh my god. The ring.
Surprise. Okay, time for me to go in. I'll see you very, very soon. It was so fun. Monet was like, oh wow, it was the best episode. And we had such a good time. You can probably hear me from this room cackling, but it was so much fun. I'm so happy to see Monet. Yeah, such a good episode. Oh, I did my little news. I first got the design inspo from this beautiful Harry Winston ring that I saw on social media. It was a emerald cut. I wanted something timeless, beautiful, sparkly, and a little extra bit of drama. And I think that's exactly what I got. So I'm super happy. The fantasy. The fantasy. Bye! Daytime and drag. Oh my god. Scary. I could truly never. Y'all could truly never be in the sunlight. I mean, get into it. And that's a wrap on the pit stop. Mwah. Bye!
Everyone has been asking me, like, okay, who is doing the proposal? You know what? Growing up, I was like, I will do everything. But he has to propose to me. And that's just how things will play out. You know, I'm such a planner. I'm such a control freak. So I have to plan everything from A to Z. But for this moment specifically, I really didn't want to know anything about it. And I really gave Steven, the world was his oyster for this project. And truly, I was surprised in the best way possible. So Steven just says, pack your bags and be prepared to be picked up as 5. And so I did just that. It was so unexpected. The next thing I know, I was in this Suburban going to the coast. And as soon as I opened the door, there was puddles all over the floor. And I knew it was about to go down. You know, you always, you know, play stuff in your head, but I never knew that that moment was gonna be so magical. I truly felt like a little girl. I was on a beautiful coast on a beautiful day. I was up in the clouds, walking into this casita. It was just like the candles was flickering, the rose petals was on the floor, the champagne was crystal. Get into it. And looking out into the window, it looked like heaven, honestly. And I couldn't imagine anything more perfect. And it was slightly overcast, so perfect for video and pictures. Clock that tea. Yeah, it was perfect in every sense. Wow! Oh my gosh, so and you might wonder why Steven is not here with me. He is shy, but the person who has been asking me these questions all along is Steven. So, babe, can you hand me my ring? Shove it in there.
Oh my god.
Shove it in there. Shove it in there.
It's not very demure.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my darling. Oh my gosh, that's another thing we have to plan. Well, I won't reveal much yet, but we do have a couple of ideas. See, now that I got this, now that I got this, we can just have it in the video. But now that we are officially engaged, we have a couple ideas going on. So you just have to stay tuned for the next chapter. I think I've always dreamed of this. But I never knew that I would get here. Just knowing that I have Steven. The wedding is very exciting, but what I really can't wait for is building a life together, growing together, and creating beautiful things together. Thank you all so much for coming on this journey with me. This engagement, this trip, this entire experience was so special to me. And getting to share with all of you makes it even better. So, till next time. Mwah. Bye.